Hey, good morning everyone. Welcome back to my channel here at Coco, Lencho, Japan. So I figure I'd do a couple little series here and there about some of the lessons learned of living in a former Akiya house in the countryside. Share with you some of my lessons learned, and hopefully you don't make the same mistakes, or it gives you an idea what to look for when you are buying a house. It poured all night long, like really hard rain. It just now stopped, so I figured I'd come out real quick and kind of show what that can do. As you may recall, we had this backyard here leveled and filled with sand, and as you can tell, it eroded overnight. I'm not sure if there's much I can do with that other than just kind of keep on raking it and keeping it pretty. This is the first time that this has happened in the past 4 months, so that kind of gives you an indication of how hard it rained. We do have this drainage right here all along the house, which is nice, and then all this water is flowing away. I did attempt to make a garden this year, and like I say, attempt, but there's a lot of lessons learned that I will be incorporating next year. So as you can see right here, I mentioned it before that these are some sort of water containment area. Maybe back in the day they washed their clothes or dishes and whatnot here. I'm not quite sure, because right here there used to be an old house right here. The old house used to be here. When I say old, back in the maybe 1800s. Ours back there was built in 1975, so I have no idea how long ago this house that was here before was built. These are some of the remnants of it. So apparently it was collecting water for them. As you can see, it started, just comes down here and is collected here. It all goes out this way. And the same over here. The same situation over here. I built this little thing right here, thinking that'll be a good idea. However, knucklehead mistake, rookie mistake. The tomatoes barely held on, but I'm still kind of reaching in there and picking tomatoes here and there, but my trellis is definitely not the strongest. When I look at the huge cucumber, I guess I could go ahead and pick it right now. Still looks good. There's some in there that just do not look good anymore. But I guess some tomatillo back there that did not do very well. I mean, it grew very fast, but that's as far as it went. And then behind it, there's some strawberries. So as you can see, my mistake is, one, it's way overcrowded, and two, even if I have some strawberries back there, I can't get to them. So what's the point? Anyways, that's okay. Lesson learned. What I'm going to do for next season is maybe up to here, maybe somewhere up to here, maybe 12 inches or so. Still keep on filling it with rocks and drill holes right here, and then make a ditch along this that will connect with the other system, so that they will drain out from here. First 12 inches or maybe even deeper, it'd be all these rocks and little stones that I find throughout the property. Keep filling it in, filling them in, provide a drainage system so that it will just go out this way. And the same with this right here. Look at my flooded compost. And that, again, that tank right there, who knows what it was as well. Build it up with rocks, logs, and then compost soil on top of that. Another lesson learned is, when this winter you really don't see, but I just spent a couple of days weed eating away over there. So all this, you'll cut it and then you turn around and it's growing right behind you, right? So if I were to build a garden right here, all these weeds in the background will kind of take over. This, I cannot make it as wide as it looks. Maybe just a couple feet wide, and then provide a path on the back so that I can reach to the garden on both ends and take care of this while I'm at it. Another thing I thought that would be pretty cool, all along the stone wall right here. However, they've been crumbling down, so I need to get in there with concrete and fill in the cracks. But I just spent several hours the other day weed eating all along this wall right here. Those weeds were 12, 16, 18 inches long, so same as over there, and I just can't get to them right now. Lesson learned on that. Same as the blueberries up on the hill. The blueberries, I put a net over them, but that net did not do much because I couldn't get to them. And so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do right now, but I think what I am going to experiment with, and already started with, is putting cardboard down around them, around the blueberries, and then mulch some of the grass weeds that I cut. As a matter of fact, let me just go there real quick. And then use the, see, Bro's been eating the tomatoes too. But I am going to use rice husks, because you could go down the street and get some free rice husks. And what I'm going to do is kind of where I started over here, is use cardboard, and I'm kind of trying to keep it down because the neighbors are next to me. Oh, look at all these cool little frogs. They're bouncing around. That's pretty cool. Kind of mulch it with the weeds, the rice husks, and you just kind of put it on top of the cardboard. Hey, froggies. They're so cute. Look at that. And all along right here, cardboard, mulch, rice husks, and see how that does. It kind of contains the weeds. Let's see how that works out. We did have this backyard right here leveled the same time when, oh my goodness, look at it from above. This is so horrible. Things to look for, because all this water would be going into the house. As you can see, there's a trail, but we do have the French drainage system, as you have seen in other videos. If you haven't watched before, I do need to create a ditch all along drainage that will connect with over there. Folks, those are kind of things that you got to look for as you are looking for a house in the countryside. I've been getting a lot of questions, inquiries, or folks saying like, hey, I'm about to buy an Akiya. I'm so excited. Folks, I'm definitely very excited for you as well, because there's 8, 9, 10 million Akiyas, vacant houses in Japan. They say, and it's only going to get worse. No denying it. Again, look at that. There's a lot of work that comes with it. Work responsibility, fiscal responsibility, financial responsibility, community, and so on. Please keep that in mind. What I'm going to do is kind of try to provide a couple of series of lessons learned here and there. Got some tomatoes as well, so that when you're looking, you don't make the same mistakes. I have no regrets on my end. Things that I just don't know. One being a foreigner, not being from the countryside of Japan. I am from the countryside there in Mexico. There are things that you just do not realize. Now let me go ahead and just kind of walk around the house real quick and see if there's anything else that happened throughout the night. So far, everything looks good. All right, let me walk this way real quick. Oh, spider webs. My wife hates it because she's just walking by and all of a sudden they get snagged in her face. The other day, gotta maintain this clean, free flowing. The other day I pointed out that these boards came down after heavy rain, and we called Jackson, our carpenter, and he came in no time. In less than a day, he was over here fixing it, which was nice. It would have been nice if it never happened, but that happens. It's okay. I understand. Oh, another thing that I did not realize too. So when we moved here, this side right here, what we call the mountain, was full of these azaleas and way overgrown. I mean, they're like the size of these trees right there. The kuzu, those vines are just taking over and starting to crawl up on the house. And at first I was like, I'm gonna cut all these things down. I started doing that, so some of them here and there. And then they proved very, very, very difficult to pull out. So I think I only managed to do one. And then I started realizing, wait a minute, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but they're definitely providing corrosion control here on this little hill, which comes towards the house, right? So no idea if that was intentional, but I think it's serving that purpose. When you're looking, you may have ideas like, yeah, this is gone, but then I would recommend that you just kind of sit back, observe the house, observe everything for about a year or two, especially when it rains really, really hard. Come outside, come out in the rain, kind of see how things are working. Don't just stay inside. When it's crazy hot, you have to open windows, let things airflow. In our case, it's probably a little bit different because we have air conditioning, so you can peek here through the house. We have air conditioning and double pane windows and that type of stuff. So it's an older house, but kind of with modern features. However, the houses still need to breathe, especially if you have an older house, old Cominca or something. They're designed to breathe. You have to keep the bottom Gotta show you, we gotta keep the bottoms down there clear, open windows and whatnot. It might be uncomfortable, but that's what it is. So, all right, that's just a little quick little tour of some of the other lessons learned and the observations. Hopefully you find value. All right, have a great day. Bye.